Welcome to the NepTune RTP Getting Started tutorial. Here's the topics we'll cover in this first segment. Let's start by downloading the software. On the HR Tuning website, you'll see downloads on the right hand side. And we want to go into the NepTune RTP section. And we'll be doing Windows for this one. Go ahead and click the file to save to the desktop. And your file will begin downloading. The file will finish downloading. Go ahead and close the window. And for this one, we're going to go back and also get the drivers. Now we're going to do the driver install.exe, although you can get the manual drivers and install them yourself. Alright, we have our zip file and our driver installer. Let's create a new folder, and we'll call it NepTune. I'll go ahead and double click the zip file, and we're going to drag the RTP exe into the new folder. Delete the zip file. And if you haven't yet installed drivers, go ahead and install your drivers by double clicking the driver installer. It will walk you through the installation process, and when you're finished, you can go ahead and delete that file as well. Now we're ready to launch the program for the first time. Go ahead and open the NepTune folder and launch the RTP exe. The software will launch in a smaller window the first time. Go ahead and expand the window and position it where you like it. I'm going to go ahead and fill this little area where I'm recording. I'm going to move the parameters to the right and resize the window. Then I'm going to move my status bar in the middle and drop down the buttons bar. Now I'm going to open the data window and resize that. And then also the gauge window and resize that. Now adding new gauges is easy. Just right click, add a gauge, right click again, and set the type as whatever you want to see in the gauge. At this point, we can get started with the base map. Go up and choose New, and choose NepTune Base, or if you want to check out some of the user-contributed base maps, go ahead and look through the list. We're going to do a NepTune Base. Now, if you're NA, you could simply hit Next, choose the ECU type you want, hit Next again, and choose the maps that you want to import from stock ECU. Hit Next and you're good to go. Now if you're boosted, you'll want to go back to that first page and rescale for boost. Now these are the default settings, 2 psi increments, and if we wanted to go to 20 pounds of boost, we would need to add 10 columns, and 10 plus 10 is 20. Now we have a maximum of 24 columns and 24 rows. Let's select a 3-bar map sensor, OmniPower 3-bar, start PSI 0, retard 1 degree per pound of boost, and hit Next. We'll retain our settings and our P72 maps, and we have a base map. At the top is the scalars for our manifold pressure, and to see that we've gone all the way up to 20 pounds of boost, let's go ahead and go to Preferences, select Units, and change our pressure units to PSI. Now you'll see that these are in 2 psi increments, or as close to 2 psi increments as they can be. And this applies to the ignition. Our ignition is retarded 1 degree per pound of boost. And now what you'll want to do is actually rescale for your new injector size. Go into injector calibration, enter your new injector size, and it'll ask you if you want the other trims automatically adjusted for you. If you say yes, your TPS tip-in trim and your cranking trim will automatically be adjusted based on your new and old injector size. Now you can use the overall trim to adjust from there. If you started up lean, for instance, you could add 10% into this box and it would make things richen up a bit. You can also go to the overall trim option in the tools menu. It'll pop up a window and you can hit the up and down arrow until you're satisfied and hit return when you're done. That will adjust the overall trim in real time.